And now it's time to review our top stories in week 1 of the LoOG. So, our top story, of course, has to be what's going on with our rookies in the league. They come into the league young, impressionable, fresh out of the womb. What do? They win, is what they do. Shockingly enough, 4 out of the 5 rookies won this week.
I was shocked.
Look at the top of the list. The Cock Ringos won decisively by 70 points. Then you have the Gothenburg Vikings, not squeaking one out, but triumphating. Is that a word? Triumphating?
I think we'll go with that.
Winning.
Sounds good.
Winning. That's what happens when you reach. Winning by 24 points. I have an English major. Prestige Worldwide, Ray Finkel's boys, also with solid wins. The only one not joining them is Team Jacob, but I'm sure he'll get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later.
He only lost by 64.
So what do you make of this trend? Is this a blip on the radar, or is this something we'll see for the rest of the season, you think?
Yeah, blip on the radar.
Blip on the radar. Yeah. Okay.
Rookies, they need to know their role.
Okay.
A little hazing is in order, I think.
All right. So, I think the question on everyone's mind is the following. Will a rookie win the LoOG 2010? To answer this question, we went in depth with Jeff Frivens. Jeff, you've done a lot of research. Yeah. You've studied the numbers. What can you tell us about a prospect of a rookie winning the LoOG in 2010?
No.
Okay, this has been In Depth with Jeff Frivens. Thanks for that report, Jeff.
You're welcome, Tom. A lot of hard work went into that. Did a lot of digging for that one. So
I think you supported your argument well.
I'm glad I came together well. Moving on. This week's top performers in the LoOG. For quarterback, Mr. Peyton Manning. Running back's an interesting one, actually. Do you know who Arian Foster is?
The name rings a bell. I'm familiar. He's a running back for the Houston Texans.
Were you critical of him at all in the past? I'm just saying.
I don't recall
No?
ever saying anything bad about Arian Foster or the Cock Ringos who picked up the rights to Arian Foster.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
Are you sure?
Also, some guy named Arian Foster is his second running back? Not his backup, his second running back. I see some problems there. Okay, so I may have been a bit quick to judge Arian Foster.
All right. Top performer for wideouts, the Giants' Hakeem Nicks, 25 fantasy points, and Mercedes Lewis. Now coming to the stage, Mercedes, who was a free agent until Chubby Funster.
Originally drafted by the Gothenburg Vikings, Mercedes Lewis was dropped for some other free agent. I picked him up. And you know who's a winner? I am.
How many points has he scored for you so far?
0 so far. And he won't be starting this week.
Solid pick.
But if you need a tight end, come talk to me.
For the kickers, John Casey for touchdown Jesus put up 13 points. And the Seattle defense, who, as of this recording, still remains a free agent, put up a stunning 22 points, which is a solid number for a fantasy defensive team, defensive unit, special teams group, a gathering, clan, if you will.
So, taking a look at our Week 1 standings for Charles in charge, you have Smithfield Slugs on top with the Responsible Lobster nipping at the Slugs' heels. Do Slugs have heels?
Yeah, we can say they have heels.
Okay.
Their feet. Yeah.
Yep. And Prestige Worldwide and the Gothenburg Vikings rounding out that group on the top 4. On the bottom 4, you've got Sugar Hill Gang again, 104 points in that tough win this week.
Tough luck loser.
A tough loss this week, rather. Touchdown Jesus, Plain Nasty, Team Jacob rounding out Charles in charge.
With Saved by the Bell the Cock Ringos are at the top of the standings with the Stepdads in second, Ray Finkel's boys in third, and the F Bombers rounding out the top four. The bottom looks as such. Chubby Funster, followed by Team Evil, then Sterling Archer, and the Slobber Knockers. And that is your standings. Welcome back to LoOG Center. Defending champion Jeff Ribbons. With me, as always, the commissioner, Thomas Offen. We're going to get right to it. The most exciting part of LoOG Center, where we make our picks, which we've been pretty good with so far.
Yeah,
maybe.
Let's take a look at the graphic here. You see, I narrowly am in the over 500 territory with a record of 5-3, which is a lot better than I thought I was going to do, to be quite honest. The way my picks were going early last week. And then you're right behind with 4 wins and 4 losses.
Nipping at your heels.
So we'll be tracking that all season.
Tom has heels, unlike slugs.
Well, I think we decided slugs do have
They
heels.
have heels, yes.
Yes.
Both with heels.
So without further ado, let's go to the week 2 picks. First up, we've got Chubby Funster, yours truly, versus Ray Finkel's boys.
The questions: can Finkel go 2-0? Can Chubby get his first win? Sorry to say, Chubby, the laces will be out this time.
Oh!
Ray Finkel goes to 2-0.
I'm picking Chubby Funster. Enough said. Sterling Archer versus the F Bombers. Let me go first here.
All right.
Sterling Archers, they've got a solid team, I think, going into the week. They got Joe Flacco, Miles Austin, and Ryan Matthews all projected to have double-digit Sundays. And then you look on the other side of the ball, the F Bombers still with question marks at QB with the injury to Matt Stafford.
Indeed.
I'm going with Sterling Archer. Jerk.
You got to figure one team scored 51 points, the other team scored 52 points. It's a whole lot of suck. Archer, however, will prevail this week. Sterling Archer wins by 6.
Oh, now.
By the way, Finkel wins by 11.
Wow.
Going with 11.
Holy cow. All right. Next up, Sugar Hill Gang and Team Jacob. Who do you like?
Okay, Jacob was the vampire, right?
Jacob is the werewolf.
The werewolf.
Is it werewolf? I think it's werewolf.
Wolf. Screw it. Sugar Hill Gang by 12.
I'm sticking to my guns from earlier in the season. Sugar Hill Gang is going to win this one by 1 billion.
1 billion. That's a bold prediction.
No, she's got Frank Gore and Jamal Charles, who's going against Cleveland's defense. I like her running attack to beat some teams this week.
All right.
A la the Cock Ringos in week 1.
Smithfield Slugs versus the Gothenburg Vikings. I got to say, the Vikings got no salt for these slugs. Slugs by 17.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, I'm going to take the Smithfield Slugs just because they had a huge convincing win in week 1. Think again. Gothenburg Vikings will win this one. I like Phillip Rivers and Chris Johnson powering the Gothenburg Viking machine. It's going to be the GV, baby. GV.
Gothenburg Vikings.
So up next, Plain Nasty versus Prestige Worldwide. The Plain Nasty issues have been chronicled at length. Who do you like?
Unfortunately for Plain Nasty, I think Prestige Worldwide is going to get a little nasty with you. I don't like the matchup at all. Prestige Worldwide by 20.
I think Prestige Worldwide will also win this one fairly easily. He's got Peyton Manning and Joseph Adai going for him this week, and those two are playing the New York Giants.
Yes.
So I hope he wins, but Indy loses and the Giants prevail. Next up, we got Touchdown Jesus versus Responsible Lobster. Who you got?
I have but one question.
Shoot.
Who wins when God's only son faces off with an amenable crustacean?
Is that rhetorical? Am I supposed to answer that?
Crustacean by 29.
Whoa! I also like Responsible Lobster, and in my notes I have it saying, not even close.
Oh.
Responsible Lobster. Carson Palmer and Chad Ochocinco. The double dip, baby. Double dip alert.
Up next, after this awkward transition, Slobber Knockers versus Team Evil. A lot of questions going into this one. Tom, start us off.
I'm taking Team Evil in this matchup.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is going versus Buffalo. He might get 100 points by himself.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers versus the Buffalo defense.
Very possible.
That's going to be a slaughter. Slobber Knockers. Now, here's the thing. I've heard there are rumors, and I don't want to start anything here on LoOG Center, but there are rumors that the Slobber Knockers might be up for sale. We might have a new GM installed by the end of next week.
This is unprecedented.
Yeah, so in this time of transition, I think they're in a little bit of chaos. I'm taking Team Evil.
I agree. Provided Evil can shake the post-engagement hangover that's clearly affected him in week 1. Yeah, I don't see Baltimore carrying a fantasy team. So Evil by 49.
Whoa. Okay, and the last matchup, we got the Cock Ringos versus the Stepdads. This has potential to be game of the week, I think.
I would agree.
Who you got?
I didn't write anything down for this. I don't know how I missed this page, but I'm going to wing it.
Oh, boy.
All right, Stepdads, Cock Ringos, the matchups. Let's see. Cock Ringos.
Yes. I'm also taking the Cock Ringos. Arian Foster versus Washington.
Vosta? Arian Vosta?
Vosta?
The Germans?
The Germans are coming. Yes, Aaron. Now I get it. Arian Foster is going to invade Washington.
It's Nazi Australian beer.
Yes.
Something like that.
Stepdads have Tom Brady, who will be going against the Jets defense. I'm going to take Arian Foster.
Not the best matchup right now.
Every time.
Till he proves you wrong. Or right. I guess he could prove you right.
So if he gets minus points
and
next week, we're just going to play that last clip.
Oh yeah, I'm going to still play the last clip again. It's a win-win.
All right, so that's it. Those are our week 2 picks. Any thoughts?
I need a win. I don't want to call it a must-win situation, but it's about as close to a must-win situation as you can get without being a must-win situation.
I also need a win, and I need another bottle of Jack Daniels. Okay, that's it. Week 2 coming up. This has been LoOG Center. I am your commissioner, Thomas Offen.
I'm the defending champion, Jeff Ribbons.
And we'll see you next week.